Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a little update on Injective. I've backed up the truck and I've gone all in on Injective, and we've got that price into our zone that we've been talking about, where we want to go all in. I have gone all in. So let's go into his daily time frame. You can see that we had our imbalance candle here, which is liquidity left behind. We can see that we had a wick off schematic here, which we formed in that wick off schematic, as formed in other videos, that we had that double bottom there, which with these double bottoms, they always get sucked up with liquidity. That's where the money is, the institutional money. So it's came past and it's taken out these money zones, it's taken out all the leverage in the market, and it's hit our imbalance perfectly for our next leg up, and you can see that instant reaction off our OB. So you can see now that we are still in this little wedge pattern, which I expect to break out pretty shortly. You can see that we have our double top here, which is also a money zone, which was very ceiling down here, which needs to be swept, and the money needs to be taken out. The next imbalance for Inj that hasn't been mitigated yet is at the $32.15, as discussed in previous videos. So this is the time that you wanted to get in. I hope you've been watching my videos, and I hope that you've been doing your own analysis and have bought in here, because when we zoom out, it's going to be an absolute legendary time to buy. So don't miss that. So that's Injective. So Injective looks like the next target is, like I said, $32.15. And as soon as we consolidate and we get through that area, then sky's the limit for Injective, and we can look at our targets, which I've discussed in previous videos, and the price prediction. So we know that Injective is bullish here. We can then go over to our total frame, as discussed in the previous video, and we can have a look at that. You can see here that we had. So I just want to show you this, guys. This is our session lows. So you can see through here that we've gone wick there, wick there, wick there, wick, 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 wick. So you can see that's a strong support. When you see a wick inside a support zone, that's very bullish, and that you want to be going long when you get areas like that. So we've got our wicks that have showed us that we're going to be pushing to the upside, and then we've got our push up, and we've taken out this imbalance. We've mitigated it once, and now you can see that we have sky's the limit. Now we've been perfectly supported by our imbalance here on the retest, and now we can break straight through this, and I expect altcoins to, when they break through this, to go parabolic. So I'm expecting to break it pretty shortly, to be honest, within the next month. It's not too far away. The bull run's very close. Altcoins will pump when Bitcoin tops, and Bitcoin's not far from topping either, guys. So now I'm going to jump over to the Bitcoin chart, and we're going to see what that's doing. So we can see on the Bitcoin chart that we're in the same thing. We've got wicks in this support area touching, and then it's just getting bought up. It just doesn't want to get below this level, 92,000, and the bulls ended up winning in the end, and we've pumped all the way up. But you can see that we're getting these little wicks on the top here, but you can see that consolidation. See how many wicks we're getting? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 touches of this area, and this becomes like ice, and the more it gets touched, the more likely it is to break. So we've formed this little support area here for Bitcoin now, where we've gone wicking to that area, and we're just getting bought up here. So Bitcoin doesn't want to crash below 100,000. It's basically been held up perfectly. We've got our moving average moving up. So to me, it looks like we're going up for Bitcoin. We've got no imbalances whatsoever, so there is nothing stopping us from Bitcoin going straight through this. So I would not be surprised to see something like this it's really not going to surprise me at all. We've got no resistance. This thing can just shoot straight away. So Bitcoin looks bullish, and altcoins are going to pump with Bitcoin. But when we go alt season, that's determined by the Bitcoin dominance. So we're going to go over and have a look at the Bitcoin dominance now, and we're going to see when can we see alt season happening. Okay, so let's have a look. So you can see let's go over to the weekly just to make it a bit more clear. Where is it? So you can see for Bitcoin, we've been in this massive uptrend here. We've just gone up, 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 up. And recently we've got that breakout of that upward structure. So you can see here that we have filled the void on the weekly chart, but we want to go down to a daily and see where's our void on the daily. Where can we see the Bitcoin price turning around? And the price is at the top of this void. So we've got this void here. So when Bitcoin hits 60.55%, the Bitcoin dominance, that's when altcoins will start to go parabolic. So we want to see this for Bitcoin. We want to see it come up to here. And when it comes up to here, altcoins are still going to pump, but they're going to pump with Bitcoin. But when we get this drop, this is when altcoins go absolutely parabolic. So that's when we want to be buying in. So our target for the Bitcoin dominance would be, I'd zoom out to my weekly and I'd be looking something close to the bottom of the wedge. So I'd be looking at the Bitcoin dominance at around this area here. That's wrong. So Bitcoin dominance can go down to 42.3%, which is the bottom of our wedge, which is our target, our imbalance at the bottom of our wedge. It's not the bottom of the wedge, it's the imbalance closest to the bottom of the edge. You can see that there was an imbalance here, but that's already been mitigated by this wick, so I wouldn't play that imbalance. So we could see altcoins just surging when we touch this. We're not far away. Like, zoom out, guys. You can see we've gone on this massive move. We've broke structure right. So I look for my trend line breakout, and then I look for my break of structure. And when you've got both confluences lining up, that's when you know that. Look at this. So we got our break structure right here. BOS. So it's broke structure, it's broke out the trend line, and now we're wanting to come back up. So most people would enter on a retest of a trend line, but that's just not accurate. You want to wait for the imbalance and liquidity. People like this to enter on this are just going to get flushed out of the market. It's just the leveraged traders are just going short from there, and it doesn't make sense that someone would want to buy up a trend line. Like, it's an imbalanced level in a market that's getting bought up. So that's what we need to look at. So I'm expecting this Bitcoin dominance to basically take our peak out very shortly, hopefully within the next week or so, and then we can see a full-blown alt season. So as always, this is not financial advice. If you like the content, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks. Stay safe.